I decided I'll go for the best gear in UAE, sorry, in Gujarat. Then the next step was to search for the best breeders and the best breed. So that took me to a lot of breeders in Gujarat, and the main doyen of this is Mr. Pradeep Singh Rao, who has been the person, or rather he was a person who brought this ghee into Brazil. His forefathers brought it into Brazil. Then we thought, based on his advice, I visited almost all the farmers and the breeders in Gujarat, and we decided to buy the best breed. So I bought the best breed in town, or from the best breeders. To name a few, it was C.R. Jadeja, it was from Kaudinar Farms, it was from B.K. Ahir. So you can, anybody who knows about ghee knows that these guys are the best, or these gentlemen are the best in this market. So, but the problem with Indian ghee is there is a lot of inbreeding in that. Number two, there's a lot of inbreeding. Then the genetics has never been, developed as much as what the Brazilians have done with their cows. You can see these cows; they are on a basic cows give at least 15 liters per day. A basic cow. So we are talking about even an average of 15 liters per day is good enough for the Indian market. But the cows in India which I bought will give me only an average of just 8 to maximum 8. That's the average I have in my farm, which is quite okay. But by Brazilian standards or world standards, it's not good enough. The reason is, if a farmer has to go into this business, the first thing he has to do is he has to work on his revenue. So if you have 8 liters giving cow and you are into the market to make a livelihood of that, I don't think that's economically feasible or viable. So in my case, it's just a passion. So I decided that I should have the best breed in town. That takes me to Brazil over here, and I've been visiting all the breeders and all the farmers extensively in Brazil, and from tomorrow onwards I'll be in Sao Paulo and Rio, where we'll have more farms I'll be visiting. But I am joining, or rather I am collaborating with Basa Farms in Brazil, which is one of the biggest farms in the world for deer cows. So
I want to know, what do you find, how this breed are actually brought from India?
Yeah, correct.
And now they progress in such a way, the breed here gives, I think, around 20 liters or 40 liters.
Yeah, exactly. 20 liters is good enough. It's good enough.
How they could make it?
It's
what
because,
was the reason for that?
See, the main thing is, India, as I've already said, the problem with India is there's a lot of inbreeding. There's a lot of inbreeding in India, and that is one of the reasons that you don't get that sort of milk. And also, if you have any problems, it will be passed on to the progeny, because it could be a cross between father and mother, or father and daughter, and all those sort of things can happen. Whereas when the Brazilians bought their cow in 1906 and 1964, they took 2 batches of cows, and what they did was selective breeding. They did a great job on selective breeding. They have the pedigree noted down, or rather in their database, and now they are into genomics as well, which is very, very useful for our Indian farmers as well. We can have access to them, but right now they'll give access only to the big organizations or NGOs like NDDB and all that.
In your views, India can also do like this?
Absolutely, they can do it. But it needs, right now, if we have to take a real leap, we have to take these cows over there, because India right now, we have lost almost 50 years or 60 years of development.
Will you be the ambassador of this, doing in future?
Oh my God!
Taking this back to India?
Yes, I'm planning to take about 1,500 animals to India and Dubai. I'm starting one in Dubai as well. Now you'll ask, why Dubai? Because Dubai is overflowing with milk from Saudi Arabia, and also in Dubai. Dubai also, or rather UAE also produces a lot of, but these are all HF milk, and they don't have ghee cows or desi cows as we call it. The reason is here again is the cost, because you get 1 liter of milk in UAE for 2 dirhams, whereas the real milk costs about 50 dirhams, the real cow milk.
How do you come to know about Brazil and cows in Brazil?
See, if you are starting into breeding, the first thing that comes into mind is Brazil, because if you are into gear breeding, if you are into gear farm, then you have to think about Brazil, because everything is documented. You see.
No, it is true. But you see, as we are from India,
Yeah.
we were not much aware of Brazil
Yeah.
up to we come here.
Correct.
So how do you come to know about it?
Yeah, let me tell you, I have offices all over the world. I am not into agriculture or dairies, but as I said, by chance I came into this business. But my main business is logistics, and I've been in the logistic field for the past 40 years. So I have agency office as well as our own office all across the world. So I'm always in touch with Brazil for our normal business. So we also got to know that about these cows
No,
and the
if you
history.
were in Kerala,
Yeah.
or will you have an idea, you will able to come to know about this in Kerala?
No, in Kerala it's not possible at all,
yeah.
because nobody has Gir cows. The pure Greek cows nobody has in Kerala. They all bring in all those mixed cows.
I think like you, 99% of Indian dairy farmers do not know about Brazil or this type of
I
animals.
agree.
Okay.
So that's the reason, you see. And whereas my farm is a small farm with just 84 cattle, but I did this within 8 months.
Okay.
So now I have to take about 1,500 animals, provided our government of India gives us the permission to do it. And also NDDB has signed with my partner BASA in Brazil for 10,000 numbers of embryos, the best embryos. BASA farm has the best cows. There's nobody who has better cows than BASA.
Okay, so 10,000 embryos will be coming to India soon.
Correct.
It means a minimum 10,000 farmers will have an experience of getting this hybrid.
Hybrid, but here again there is a cliche.
Yeah.
Cliche, I would say. The thing is, a rider, I would say. The reason is, in embryo, it's frozen embryo. So frozen embryo has a problem. Its rate of pregnancy is only 30% if it's frozen.
Okay.
And if it's live, animal to animal, it will be almost 40%.
Okay.
So if you have 10,000, I would say they'll get only about about 30,000, 3,000 is the mortality rate.
You are telling in Kerala,
Mortality
Gir
rate.
is not there.
Yeah.
So, in which places, in which states, Gir is available in India?
It's in Gujarat. It's a Gujarati cow, you see.
Okay.
In Gujarat, then you have in Mumbai, you have in Rajasthan, you have in South, and Sri Ravi Shankar's farm has almost 1,000 Gir. But they're all mixed, you see. So, but anyhow, they are taking care of their cows. And there are a lot of farmers in, especially in South India and Karnataka, who has a lot of beautiful breeds of this cow. So that's it. If you get 10,000, there's no guarantee that all the 10,000 will give you the real result. You know, we are talking about 30 to 40% maximum, and that too, we should have the real good vet who is trained in embryo transfer to do that. So in my farm, I've bought a visual AI device, and you know, I've got a PCR machine, then I've got an NIR machine, and we are going to do all this, and also helping small farmers, not Gir farmers essentially, but it could be HF or any of those guys. We are going to help them at a very reduced rate so that they can have a better breed in future, and they will have better returns on their investment.
What is your advice to Indian farmers, breeders?
Breeders is, I would say is, for the time being, you may have to invest a little bit more for these animals, because they are quite expensive to bring in from Brazil. But if the NDB or organizations like that helps each and every farmer, it's not that only to their friend farmers, no. It has to be to everybody who needs it, who applies for it, should get it.
Now new government is coming in India.
Yeah.
Do you foresee that this government will be thinking towards this and they will be allocating some funds in the new budget?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's going to happen, because as a matter of fact, the Modi government has done a lot of things for the Desi cows right now. But I would say it's not reaching the real people even now. Even these embryos that go to NDB will not come to all the low-rung farmers. It will go to bigger farmers, and as I said, to their friends who know them very well, it goes to them, rather than for the real poor farmer. I don't think it will reach the poor farmers. And second thing is, the rates are very high.
How do you foresee the role of media in this?
Media, of course. Media is the only medium where you can go out down to the grassroots levels to people and give them, I would say you have to give them education on this, orientation on this, because the farm, as I've seen, even the biggest breeders in India, they don't follow the real method. They say this is desi cow, it has to be in the desi way. That's the problem. That's the difference between our farmers and the Brazilian farmers. They changed according to time, whereas our farmers are still thinking that the age-old custom is best for their cow. Those days are over.
And finally, from your Kerala, what do you want to say to your farmers, your friends in Kerala, in Malayalam?
Yes, nalla പശുവിനെ വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഗീർ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സായിവാൾ നമ്മുടെ നാടൻ പശുവിനെയാണ്. അതുകൂടാതെ ഞാൻ നമ്മുടെ നാടൻ വെച്ചൂർ പശുവിനെ എംബ്രിയോ ട്രാൻസ്ഫറിലൂടെ ഞാനത് വളർത്താൻ പോകുന്നത് ഏറ്റവും പ്യുവറായിട്ടുള്ള എംബ്രിയോ ഞങ്ങൾ ബ്രീഡ് ചെയ്യാണ്. അത് എല്ലാവർക്കും സഹായിക്കുന്ന രീതിയിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ എംബ്രിയോസ് ഉണ്ടാക്കി കൊടുക്കും.
എവിടെയാണ് മിസ്റ്റർ മുരളിയുടെ പ്ലേസ്?
ഞങ്ങൾ വൈക്കത്താണ് സിറ്റുവേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അധികം സ്ഥലമൊന്നുമില്ല, പക്ഷേ ഉള്ള സ്ഥലത്ത് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇതുണ്ട്. പിന്നെ വേറെ സ്ഥലങ്ങൾ വാങ്ങിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ അവിടെ ഇതെല്ലാം ഫീഡ് ലോട്ടിലാണ് ഞാൻ വളർത്തുന്നത്, അല്ലാതെ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് മേയാനുള്ള സ്ഥലമൊന്നുമില്ല.
ഓക്കെ. അപ്പോൾ കേരളത്തിൽ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഫാർമേഴ്സ് നിങ്ങളെ വന്ന് കാണുകയും അവിടെ ഒരു ഫസ്റ്റ് ഹാൻഡ് എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് വേണമെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ
ഞങ്ങളുടെ അടുത്ത് വരാം. അതുകൂടാതെ ഞങ്ങൾ അവരുടെ പശുവിന് A1 A2 ആണോ ആ ബീറ്റാക്കാസിൻ ചെയ്തു കൊടുക്കും. അവരുടെ എല്ലാ രോഗങ്ങളിലുള്ള ഞങ്ങളുടെ DNA എക്സ്ട്രാക്ടർ ഉണ്ട്, അത് PCI മെഷീൻ എന്ന് പറയും, PCR മെഷീൻ. അതുകൊണ്ട് എല്ലാവർക്കും ഫ്രീ ആയിട്ട് ചെയ്ത് കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റും.
So thank you
very much for the time.